Right now in Provo, people have been evacuated from a home above a landslide. The ground gave way this afternoon near 1250 North, 1450 East. Jeremy Harris in Provo with more on this story. And Jeremy, what have you learned there this afternoon?
Yeah, Brian, we haven't been on the scene for very long, but what we've been able to determine is that, as you can see behind me, there is a house that was under construction, and it actually slid. The hill behind it kind of came down, and as you can see right now, that house has pretty much come off of its foundation. With me now is Fire Marshal Lynn Schofield of the Provo Fire Department. And can you tell us what happened here this afternoon?
Yes, at 18 minutes after 3 o'clock, 4 framers who had just come off the roof, they've been working here at the house today, saw the house move. The slope had failed behind it and knocked a retaining wall into the back of the house, which has pushed it off of the foundation.
What's the extent of the damage?
This house that's under construction is probably a total loss. As far as the framing that's on there right now, they're going to have to tear it off, and then we'll have to evaluate the foundation once we can get under the mud that's back there.
And what about the house? I mean, there's a house directly behind it. Any damage to that house?
We were concerned about that house initially. We've gone up and done an assessment, and at this time we believe that house is stable, and so we're not going to have any evacuations as a result of this incident.
Now, do you think any of the construction at this house may have helped trigger the slide, or do you know anything that might have set this slide off?
We are currently investigating what may have started this slide. We haven't had any rain for a couple of days now. Obviously, the ground is wet, so we're looking into a couple of things, but not ready to really comment on that at this time.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. We appreciate it. So that's the latest from here. Still, this street, though, is on the east bench of Provo, and it is still shut down. Still a very active scene here as investigators still try and figure out exactly what happened and kind of where to go to hear from. But as you can see, and as you saw in that video, it's pretty significant damage here to that house. And also those framers, very lucky to have gotten off the house when they did. So it was just a few minutes after they came down off the roof that whole thing shifted. So it could have ended much worse had they stayed up on there. Brian, back to you.
It's a dramatic image behind you, to be sure. Jeremy, thanks so much from Provo. See you at 5:30.